Yeah, yeah. Oh, you know it, brother. Yeah. Shoot, man, it is so good to hear from you. Yeah. Well, we've been doing our thing and trying to take care of business best we can. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, no, that's tough business with Tony. But you know what? He had some other opportunities come up and he did what he thought he needed to do. And we wish him nothing but the best. Yeah. And yeah, it is a lot quieter without him around here. Yeah. Do miss him for sure. Yeah. But me and Mark, we've been holding down the fort. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we ain't beat Ruben and his rascal friends yet, but we definitely been wearing them down. Yeah. Well, you know what? Come January, I'm going to be facing that rascal, and I think I might have his number. Yeah. And worst case scenario, if he sneaks by me, I know you've got his number. And I know you've been spoiling for a fight. That's right, yeah. Shoot, yeah. Well, dealing with rascals like him, that's why we put this thing together in the first place. And you know it, because you've been there since the beginning. Shoot, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we got a couple of things lined up between now and then. Yeah. We've got the big end of the year event coming up. Yep. Mark and me, we're both in it. And shoot, and you got that Harry Potter exhibition match coming up. I can't wait to see that. Yeah. All right. Well, all right, buddy. Well, hey, I cannot wait to get you back here in the fraction. It has been far too long. Yeah, it's good talking to you. All right. I will see you later, Eshawn. Hillbilly out. You know what? Things might just be looking up for the fraction, after all. Howdy, folks. This is your good friend, Hillbilly Scribbs, with you for another one of these here episodes of the Hillbilly Hollar. Actually, here with you for the final Hillbilly Hollar of 2019. And you know what, folks? We got a big one for y'all today. That's right. As many of you know, and for those of you that have been living under a rock and don't know, the MTFO has its big end of the year event, the Funtacular, coming up next weekend. Actually, when this comes out, it'll be this weekend. That's right. Pretty dang soon. And this is a huge event, folks. It's going to be on 3 separate videos, and there are a lot of matches on this card. So we're going to talk all about it and preview all of the matches today. And I know usually what we do is we take a look at what happened last week in the MTFO and what's coming up this week in the MTFO. But this week we're going to do it a little bit differently. Since we're focusing on the Funtacular, we're going to go over the results from last week, but we're going to do it as we're previewing what's coming up this week. I hope that makes sense, but we'll figure it out as we go. So, without further ado, let's talk about the first match coming up in the Funtacular. All right, now, we are going to kick off this thing with something pretty dang big. We got one of them frenzy matches. That's right. And this is not just any frenzy match. This is going to be a Christmas-themed frenzy match. And we got a bunch of competitors in this thing. We're going to see that Hot Fuzz Joe Farrely and that Kyle King and Norf Gerbrant and Kevin the Philosopher Poss taking on Brannon, Big Time Dunlap, and Doug the Irishman Cassel, and that there crazy Kiwi himself, Malcolm Goldie Lay. And if you ain't never seen one of these frenzy matches, Man, let me tell you, they are a lot of fun. They are very unpredictable. I can't wait to watch this one. And that there, folks, that is how you get the party started. Hey, I think we're getting another call on the Hillbilly Hotline. Let's see who it is. Hello?
Well, hello, Mr. Hillbilly Scribbs. I regret that this is my first time contacting you, seeing as how I am a fellow hillbilly such as yourself. But I wanted to weigh in on this movie trivia face-off Full Metal trivia match that's going to be happening because it's kind of a big deal. And you know, I'm representing the movie trivia face-off in this match, and I think these guys from Full Metal Trivia, or our overlords from Full Metal Trivia, if you will, I think they look at us over here in the face-off like city folks look at people like you and me, Scribbs. I think they don't take us very seriously, and they think they're just going to walk all over us. And I think they overestimate their skills. I think their overconfidence is going to be their weakness in this match. And I know what you're saying. I know you're saying, but Scott, doesn't that mean your faith in your friends is going to be yours? But the joke's on you guys, because these people that I'm playing with, Mark, John, the Elk, these guys, they aren't my friends. They're my competition. And yeah, we're all going to try to win. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if things get a little tense in this match between the team. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's going to hurt the team. I think at the end of the day, we all have the same goal in mind, which is winning and proving something to our overlords over at Full Metal. But we may have some bumps in the road before we get there. Either way, it's going to be a fun match, and I think you all are going to enjoy watching it, and I hope I'm going to enjoy playing in it as well. So, thanks, Scribbs.
Okay, well, all right then, Mr. Savage Scott. You feel free to call in anytime, sir. Hillbilly out. Well, that's interesting. That's one of the matches that we're going to be talking about in just a little bit. And it is going to be a doozy. I wonder what he meant by overlords, though. Now, our next match on this card is going to be our second ever family face-off. Now, you folks may remember back in September we did the first one of these, and it was a hoot and turned out to be pretty dang popular. So we're doing another one of these, and this time we're going to see the return of those Mariano girls, Zoe the Wizard and Kara the Captain. Y'all know them. Their daddy is that Sandman feller. And they're going to be taking on, for the first time ever, the Morrissette girls, Natalie the Natural and Jenna the Jedi. And for those of you that don't know, their daddy is that Corey Morrissette that helps us out here in the MTFO. Now, this is going to be a special match, and we've got some special guests for it. That's right. We're going to have from the Schmodown that there Janine the Machine, and she's going to be joined on the desk with that there Rachel the Shining Star Silvestrini. Now, that one there, folks, that might be one of the matches I am most looking forward to. It is always fun to watch these kids go after it and get into it, and it is so exciting to see what just might very well be the future of all this stuff that we're doing. You know, like MTFO, the next generation. What? Another call? Let's see who it is. Hello?
What's up, face-off fanatics and all the hillbilly hicks out there? Finally, the man, the myth, the legend is here, gracing you with his presence. It is me, Andrew, the Elk Kelk, the hardest working man in face-off, the most exciting man in face-off, and I need no introduction, but goddamn if I'm not going to give myself one, because we are here today with me, the best you've ever seen, the best in the business, talking about a match that we got coming up that I'm very excited about. That's right, the movie trivia face-off. We're going to be showing our mettle against Full Metal in a 4-on-4 matchup, and I cannot wait to take them apart. How did this happen? How did we get here? A lot of people are asking those questions. Why are there 2 members of the Dollhouse on the team? Never you mind why there's 2 members of the Dollhouse on this team. We are the Movie Trivia Face-Off, and we are incredible competitors, and they think they can take us out. They think they can bring us down. I'm here to tell you there's no way that's happening, not with me on the team and not with my 3 amazing teammates. We've got 3 other guys who are movie trivia monsters. One of them, you might even call a maniac. That's right, Mark the Maniac Camire. He hangs out with a bunch of woolly boogers and crazy people, and I know you know what I'm talking about, Hillbilly. He's hanging out with the Fraction. This man has no taste. He has no proper logic when it comes to who to team up with, where the real winners are. But today, he's got winners sitting at his side, members of the Dollhouse coming to represent, and he is a man who knows his stuff in that ring. He's fought hard this season in the Movie Trivia Face-Off. He'll fight even harder to defend our honor against Full Metal. You know he's going to bring the damage. How about Scott? Scott in this matchup, he's a great competitor, except for that one match. We won't talk about that one match. Never happened. Not going to bring it up, but he does know what he's doing, so he's going to step in there and bring the knowledge. And of course, you've got the Dollhouse representing. Finally, the Dollhouse stepping up and showing what we can do, just like the Dollhouse is finally here on the Hillbilly Hollar. It took you long enough, Mr. Scribbs, to get me on your show. You think I don't know about conspiracies? Hell, I'm running half the conspiracies in this league. And you don't have me on your little show to look at your board and tell you what's really going on? Well, here's the truth, folks. Movie Trivia Face-Off versus Full Metal Trivia is going to be a barn burner. We're going to fight to the finish, and no matter how it all ends, there's only going to be one team standing at the end and one man who wears the crown of antlers in this league. I am the Elk. We are Movie Trivia Face-Off, and we are going to represent, we are going to answer questions, and we are going to take our opponents down. And if you think there's anything else that's going to happen in this match, well, you're mistaken. And for that, I am not sorry. But as always, folks, when it comes to the Elk, when it comes to the excitement that I bring to the league, to the Movie Trivia Face-Off, and to any match I step into, whether it's on the desk, whether it's competing, whether it's doing those post-match interviews, you know one thing is true, you are going to get an exciting matchup, you're going to get an amazing spectacle, and for that, folks, as always, you are welcome.
Okay. I don't know how that rascal got my number. Man, just thinking about the Dollhouse, let alone talking to them, makes me need to take a drink. So you know what? I think I will. Now this past week, on my Hillbilly Hangout interview show, I got the chance to sit down with that there Spaniard feller, David Garcia. And he made the big announcement that he was going to be stepping away from running the Geektacular division. And he announced that our new Geektacular commissioner would be that there Corey Morrissette. That's right, we talked about him a while ago. His girls are going to be in that there family face-off that we're cooking up. Well, for those of you that don't know, Corey has been a competitor here in the MTFO for a while, and he's one of our main editors here in the league. So he's one of the guys that make me look good. And he's already cooked up a match for us, and his first Geektacular match that he has announced is going to be a booze bout between me, the Hillbilly, and that there hazard, Jimmy Dery. And this is going to be a drinking match where we got to take a drink every time we miss a question. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Can't wait to see how this thing turns out. Oh, sorry. Pardon. That match there is going to be a whole lot of fun, folks. Should be highly entertaining. Hopefully, though, it doesn't go completely off the rails. We're just going to have to wait and see. Hey, it's another call on the Hillbilly Hotline. Let's see who it is this time. Hello?
So I'm to understand that two worlds want to collide with one another. The Full Metal trivia and the movie trivia face-off. Two worlds I'm familiar with. And so it seems they are destined to collide to see who is the superior brand. And funny enough, representing the movie trivia face-off, two members of the Dollhouse. Interesting. Or, strange coincidence? I say conspiracy. It's as if they want our brand to lose, the movie trivia face-off brand to lose. But I have been assured by the Fraction's fearless leader, Hillbilly Scribbs, that that's not the case, and that is why I have been asked to join the ranks of Team Movie Trivia Face-Off in this epic collision, this battle of the brands. But I have to wonder, should I be watching my own back as I'm plunged into a partnership with the Dollhouse? A team that I'm familiar with, a team I don't agree with. No one in the Fraction agrees with them. In fact, I would say that the Dollhouse is a poor representation of the movie trivia face-off, and that is why I have to be there to represent the Fraction, to represent the MTFO. So fine, I will put my personal feelings aside, my personal feelings against the Dollhouse, and I will join in a deadly alliance in order to show this other brand, this other world that wants to collide, that we are the face-off, and we are here to win.
Yeah, you know what, Mark? The more people talk about this thing, and the more I think about it, I am thinking I do smell a conspiracy. Maybe a bunch of conspiracies. But that doesn't change the fact that you are the best weapon that the MTFO has got. So, go ahead and do the match. Get out there and kick some butt as you want to do. Right? And I think it'll be okay. But I am going to continue to dig into this thing and try to figure out what's going on. All right, I'll talk to you later, Maniac. Hillbilly out. Huh. You know what, folks? As long as I've been doing this show and digging up the conspiracies going on here in the MTFO, one thing has come to be true time and time again. I reach out to competitors, try to get some information on them so I can report who's going to be in the matches. Sometimes they call in on the holler, sometimes they send me a promo, sometimes they just give me some information over the phone and I use it. But over and over and over again, there are competitors that don't ever get back to me. It's like they ghost me. It's almost like they're not real. And that can only mean one thing. That means that they're alien pod people, or maybe even some of them Skrulls. And I think this goes far beyond that, because somebody is controlling all these alien pod people and all these Skrulls. And I thought for the longest time it was that they're Illuminati, but I think that there's something controlling that they're Illuminati too. And I really believe, I can feel it all the way in my bones, that it's alien overlords and the UFOs and maybe even the time travelers. I think that's it. I think that has to be it. And that leads me to believe that these here folks, and I'll use that term very loosely, over there in the Full Metal trivia, are just those alien overlords. That's right, folks. Those alien overlords over in the Full Metal trivia are invading the movie trivia face-off. And we're going to fight back. with our team MTFO, which includes from that there dollhouse, Andrew the Elk Kelk and John the Sandman Mariano. From the Fraction, Mark the Maniac Camire, and that there feller that was just in one of our contenders matches, Savage Scott Harvey. And we're going to be taking on some rascals from Full Metal Trivia, and those Full Metal Trivia alien pod people include Thomas the Warhawk Scully, Kirk the Consigliere Kowalowski, Matt Casual Chaos Quayar, and that there Malcolm the Crazy Kiwi Goldie Lay. Yep, folks, this one here is a big one. And you know what? We're going to have to do this just like that one time that the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Dr. Ian Malcolm and Cousin Eddie and that their President Bill Pullman all joined forces and took on them their aliens. It may be Christmas time, but this here is our Independence Day. What? Another phone call? All right, let's see who this is. Hello?
Real Star Wars fans have been anticipating this movie for a long time. The Spaniard claims to be a Star Wars fan, and all he's doing is studying to win a title that he can hang on his wall. In the meantime, he's pitted some of us over here at the Face-Off against some of those fellas over at Full Metal Trivia. For me, it's a complete lack of responsibility on his part, and he's completely lost focus around this league. We're scattered and we're doing our best to try and show up. I think that we're ready, but it would be a lot better if our fearless leader wasn't so enmeshed in his own search for fortune and glory, that he was instead coaching and getting us ready for this match that we're not even really sure what it is. It's a, I don't know if it's a 4 or a 5 round match. It's a 4-on-4. 4 of us over at the Face-Off. We got Mark Camire, we got Scott Harvey, we got the Elk and myself. And we're going to be facing, I'm not even sure who we're facing over at Full Metal. You know, I've been asking for a roster for weeks from the Spaniard, but he's been so busy with his own stuff. You know, I'm not very confident in him at all right now. And I'm really disappointed in his leadership, or lack thereof. I'll be seeing all of you soon. I hope all is well. Happy holidays. And don't put too much faith in your leaders, because they will always disappoint you.
Okay. All right. I don't know how these dollhouse weirdos keep getting my number. It's almost like they're trying to remind me that they're there. I know me and the boys in the Fraction have been preoccupied with that there Ruby feller, but maybe since the dollhouse keeps knocking on our door, we need to knock back. Might have to do something about these freaks in 2020. But that's not what we're here to talk about right now. We're here to talk about the big Funtacular event. And since John brought up the Spaniard feller, that's a great segue into the next match. I think I used that word right, segue. All right, now as many of you know, prior to me recording this here video, we had the release of our Star Wars #1 contenders matches. And we seen 4 competitors go at it, and man, these were some good matches. And really showed how much these fellers know. Now, as you know, that there Spaniard feller David Garcia won the first match, and that rascal from the League of Shadows, Case the Grand Admiral Cornelis, won the other one. And they're going to be facing each other in the first ever MTFO Star Wars Championship match with special guest Andrew DiMolanta on the desk. Now, what I can tell you about that match is this. It's gonna be good. That's right, folks. It's gonna be a barn burner. These are two of the best Star Wars competitors, really, in any of the fan leagues. And I can't wait to see this match. But you know what? That's not all. We've got one more match on this card. Now, this last week, we had two of our contenders matches for the singles championship of the movie trivia face-off. And these were some pretty dang good matches, folks. All four of the competitors that competed in these matches know their stuff. They ain't no slouches, and they put on a good show for us. Now, at the end of the day, we had two winners. We had Jake the Maestro Marangione win his match, and we had that there Nazario Mr. VHS Montenegro win his match. Another phone call. Hello?
Hey there, Mr. Hillbilly Scribbs. Mr. VHS here, coming to you from the back office of the video store. Sneak peek behind the scenes, you know. Well, I'm in the finals. Just like I said I would. Every single match, I told you, I'm just gonna run through this tournament and get there because that's the blockbuster way. And now, I do have to say it's been a long tournament. It's been a weird tournament. Things have happened along the way that have made a change, but the end result is the same. Mr. VHS, it's gonna be a champion. I only have one more hurdle to jump in. Mr. Jake the Maestro Marangoni. I do have to admit that it's the biggest challenge yet. We have some history, Mr. Jake and I. He used to be a clerk. He used to work with me and Mike in the video store. And then one day he felt he was too big for the store. He felt he was too good for being rewinding tapes all day and talking to customers about the greatest hits from the 70s and 80s. Well, I guess it's my job now to show him how wrong he was. Because we're here to make Blockbuster great again. And this Sunday, I'm bringing in my partner Mike, so you can get a sneak peek of what the best team is gonna be for next year in the team leagues with Blockbuster Video coming for all of you guys. First I gotta be a singles champ, then we're gonna be a team champions. So, just like I did last year, I'm warning you, get ready. See you Sunday.
All right, there you have it, folks. Our first ever singles division movie trivia face-off championship match is going to see that there Mr. VHS Nazario Montenegro taking on Jake the Maestro Marangoni. And we're going to have a special guest on the desk from the movie trivia schmodown, Chance the Cobra Ellison. There you go, folks. I told y'all this was going to be a stacked card. And that there match, that championship match, is going to be our final match of 2019. Now, I'm going to take just a second just to run back through what all we got in store for you in the Funtacular. So it's going to be 3 videos. Yeah, 3 videos. And in the first video, we're going to see the Christmas Frenzy match and the second Family Face-Off match. Then in our second video, we're going to see the Booze Bout, and we'll also see the 4x4 MTFO versus FMT match. And then on our final third video, we're going to see our Star Wars Championship match and our Singles Division Championship match. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to watch all of them. It's going to be a nice Christmas present for all of us and for all of you. Now, this would normally be the part of the show where I would wrap things up, but I got a couple more things I want to talk about. So, a couple of days ago, our good friend, Nico Rigoli, you know him, he's the Cosmic Night Fury here in the MTFO. Well, he went and made a big announcement. He's putting together this thing that's called the Second Annual Trivia for Thon. And this is going to be a special event that he's doing that's going to go from January 17th through January 24th. So it's 8 days next month, and it's going to be to raise money and awareness for kids and their families who are fighting childhood cancer. Now, the Trivia For-Thon is going to be partnering up with the Four Diamonds organization at Penn State University, which helps with the Thon. And for those of you that don't know, the Thon started as this big 40-something hour dance-a-thon to raise money to help pay for the hospital stays of kids with cancer at the Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital. Now, this thing has grown up and gotten huge, and it includes all kinds of different contests and fundraising activities. Now, the Trivia For-Thon is going to be a series of movie and wrestling, trivia and debate style matches across several different fan league brands. And we're proud to be hosting one of those matches here in the MTFO as part of our charity matches. And here in the MTFO, we're going to see some of the folks from Dedicated to Art going up against some of the folks from Call to Action. All right, now Team Dedicated to Art is going to include Nico, the Cosmic Night Fury Rigoli, Case, the Grand Admiral Cornelise, and Christopher Skywalker Doman. And they're going to be going up against, on Team Call to Action, Paul D'Annunzio, James the Cleaner Spence, and Alex MacDaddy Sheshank. And it's going to be a really good match, folks. There also is a good chance we're going to have some special guest announcers helping out, but more on that to come later. And as I said, this is going to be a real good one, folks, and it's for a great cause. I'm going to make sure that I include links down in the description of this video to the Four Diamonds organization and also to the Thon organization. So you ought to be able to click on them and learn a little bit more about these really, really good organizations that are doing a lot of good work for the kids in the Pennsylvania area. And as far as like the folks competing in this match, these guys have been around for a while. They've been very involved in several of the fan leagues, and they do their own podcast shows and do YouTube shows, and they are all very, very entertaining. So it's going to really be a good one, folks. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you check out all of the matches in this thing. There's going to be I think 16, maybe more. I have a hard time counting past 11, but there's going to be a bunch of them, folks, and it'll be for a full week. So make sure you check them out. I will definitely get you more info as I get more info, but this is going to be a good thing. And it's gonna lead right into our other charity match coming up in the MTFO, which will be the hair versus hair match with John the Sandman Mariano and myself. So a lot of good stuff coming up. We're just trying to do some good with what we have here, right? And try to make the world a little bit better place. So all that stuff is coming up. This week, I'm going to be doing another one of the Hillbilly Hangout interview shows. And this will be my last one for 2019. And this one, oh, it's a tough one. I'm going to be interviewing that there so-called Kingslayer, Reuben Colon. So make sure you tune in for that, folks. It should be coming out this Wednesday. All right, folks. Well, that's about everything that we've got for you today. And just a reminder, this is our last show of 2019. There won't be a show next weekend on account of that's when the Funtacular will be coming out. And that's going to be plenty for y'all to watch. Y'all don't need to see me do a show too. But I will be back in 2020, either the first or second week in January. I'll be doing a show to go over the results of the Funtacular and kind of give a preview of what we got coming up in the new year. So that'll be really exciting. So make sure you tune in for that. And as I said, the Hillbilly Hangout that's coming out this week will be the final one of those for this year. But we'll be doing a lot more of those in 2020. They are a lot of fun. And it's a good way to shine the spotlight on some of the characters, jokers, and rascals here in the MTFO. So make sure you check all those out. But that's about it. Something else I was going to say. Oh yeah. Merry Christmas, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday and spend some time with your friends and family. And, you know, just think about all the good things you have to be thankful for. So, till next time, throughout this holiday season, you folks have a glorious day.